Greetings everyone, Bacho here, and welcome to first episode for Anno 1701, which is not a prequel, but it's a game released just before Anno 1404. It's, I believe, third game in the series. The similar city building, simulation game and whatnot.
I remember. I can even remember the day. That day, 1701. I was a young fool. Entered the throne room with nothing but dreams of daring and a burning thirst for action.
Not sure if I'll make this longer series or not. We'll see. Gonna be playing with a primer.
Listen to me.
We'll see.
All I needed was a ship and someone to believe in. We followed the wind west, sailed with the dolphins. I often asked myself if I'd promised too much, when I boastfully filled Her Majesty's ears with the prospect of settling huge tracts of land. Many industrious hands went to work, built a prospering settlement from nothing. Then it happened. Together we managed to repair the damage. We did more. The city shone as never before. Today, trade flourishes. Her Majesty is satisfied. It paid off. Back in 1701.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a tutorial, then maybe try to get as far as in the campaign as I can. I double checked and I think there's only campaign for the Sunken Dragon or the Sunken City. Yeah, there are some scenarios as you can see, but yeah, oh yeah, definitely going for the tutorial first and probably later play with a trainer. I imagine the game will be a little bit different in some cases. At the very least, I expect the UI to look a bit different.
Welcome! In this tutorial, we would like to familiarize you with the gameplay basics and build a small pioneer settlement. You have come to the New World by order of the Queen to settle new territory. It would seem that Her Majesty would like to have a word with you in person.
Know that we have doubts about your success, but we will see how well you get on in making this island habitable.
Okay, so Queen in this
Don't
game,
be put off by Her
Emperor,
Majesty's lofty demeanor. This lady may seem reserved, but she's not at all. Just have a look. She has already built a warehouse for you on the coast of this island. Prove to her that you can establish a small pioneer settlement in Goldford. First, you should have an overview of your island. Use the arrow keys or move the mouse to change the section of screen. The warehouse on the coast, marked here with the arrow, represents your trading office. It is the first building that can be built on any island and allows you to build more structures in the area around it. Equally important as a warehouse is the village centre. It will be the bustling hub of your settlement, Goldford. Now proceed to the construction menu to build it. Open the construction menu by left-clicking on the flashing button in the left corner of the screen. Good! The construction menu is now open at the bottom of the screen.
Different.
It shows all the buildings you can build. At first, the buildings for the Pioneer level are available, and more buildings will be added later in the game.
And some buildings are different.
Now, start by building the village center. In the construction menu, left-click the village center to select it. To ease your entry into the game, in this tutorial, we will provide you with some suitable construction sites. Later, you are free to choose where you position the buildings. Build the village center by left-clicking on the construction site provided. It will then be excellent. You have just built your first building, an important milestone for your settlement. To settle the first pioneers on your island, you should build some houses in Goldford. In the construction menu, left-click to select a house. Build the house by left-clicking on the construction site. Congratulations! The first pioneers have already moved into this house. Your settlement is slowly taking shape. Each house can accommodate a certain number of inhabitants. No more pioneers can move into your settlement when the limit has been reached.
Okay.
Build more houses so that more pioneers can come and settle. When you have a total of 6 houses, Goldfurt will be large enough for the
I
moment.
need to like click all the
Build
time.
5. Marvelous. You have created sufficient living space. Now pioneers will gradually come and settle down in the houses. The Queen has granted you a substantial seed capital. Have a look on the info bar in the top left corner of the screen. You can always view your current wealth here.
Yeah.
Your current funds won't last forever. You must make a profit as quickly as possible. You can raise taxes to do this. The more people who live in your settlement, the more tax levies will automatically find their way into your city exchequer. In the info bar, you will see that 48 pioneers have now come to live in your settlement who will pay their taxes honestly. The green number under your wealth indicates your current balance. As the tax income is presently higher than the operating costs for your buildings, you are making a profit. Don't worry if you go into the red during the early stages of the game. This will level out during the later phase of the game. To view information about your settlement, you can select all the buildings in the world directly. We now want to attend to your inhabitants' needs, and to do this, you should look at your village center. Very good. You will see the village center menu displayed at the bottom of the screen. Each of your population civilization levels will be represented by a self-portrait. You can see the current level of satisfaction by the facial expression and background color of the portrait. Your pioneers are in a friendly mood at present. The satisfaction of your inhabitants depends on whether or not their needs are being fulfilled. Your pioneers are longing for a community, so you have already ensured this need is satisfied by building a village center.
Interesting, so I wouldn't have to build...
Food is also an important basic
roads?
need of your population. The Queen has provided you with enough supplies to ensure that this need is satisfied for the time being. You can gain an accurate view of the stock level of your food supplies in the info bar on the top left. As your population will have a constant requirement for food, your reserve won't last forever, so ensure that you maintain a supply by producing food yourself. With the help of a fisherman's hut, you can provide for the population's food demands. The building can be situated on sandy coastal areas, like this one. The fisherman's hut requires a particular resource nearby: fishing grounds. You can see fishing grounds on the rippling water near the coast with a fish icon above it. If you move your mouse pointer over the icon, information will be displayed on the quantity of fish you will find here. Build a fisherman's hut on this sandy beach. Open the construction menu. Fishing grounds that are within the area of influence of the fisherman's hut are shown surrounded by a border, so fisherman immediately goes out onto the ocean. The food production is up and running. Yet you still have something to do. The buildings must be connected via a dirt road so that the market wagons can transport the food to the island-wide warehouse. It will then In this tutorial, we will give you useful start and end points for the road connection. Later on, you will be free to choose. Very good. When you move the mouse pointer, you will see that the road sticks to your mouse. Congratulations! You have connected the fisherman's hut and the warehouse by a dirt road. The market wagons will soon arrive to transport the food to the island-wide stock. The food supply for your settlement Goldfurt is assured for now. Time to catch your breath and have a closer look at the hustle and bustle in the village centre. Switch to close camera perspective to do this. Roll the mouse. You can observe your inhabitants much more closely from this perspective. They are obviously quite satisfied. They are paying homage to the statue, doing their shopping, or simply strolling through the village square. Turn the mouse wheel backwards and zoom back to medium. Congratulations! You have built a small pioneer settlement and have successfully completed this tutorial. The inhabitants of Goldfurt are satisfied, and the Queen too has every reason to be proud of you.
That's interesting. Yeah, maybe I'm too used to Anno 1404 that you have to build fucking roads.
You can now repeat what you have just learnt in a practice game if you like, or proceed directly to the second tutorial. Return to the main menu to quit the tutorial.
I could have sworn that they don't need a road. Interesting.
Welcome! In the second tutorial, we will show you how you can upgrade your settlement to reach the next civilization level. The Queen, at whose behest you have established a settlement here, is still not entirely convinced that your exploits will be a great success. In Goldfurt, the small settlement you start with, you will find everything your pioneers could possibly want. A village centre, a warehouse and a fisherman's hut on the coast, as well as ample living space. Now, it is worth creating the conditions to enable your inhabitants to progress to settlers. Building material is used for every building you construct. Wood is one of the most important building materials, and at the start of the game will be required for all the buildings. The info bar in the top left corner indicates how much wood you currently have available. To make your entry into the game easier, we will provide suitable construction sites. Later, you are free to choose where to position all the buildings. Open the construction menu. The lumberjack gets to work immediately. Now all he needs is a dirt road to allow the market wagons to transport the wood to the warehouse. Excellent! Wood production is in full swing and goods are also being transported to the warehouse. Enough time to check how the lumberjack is progressing with his work. The lumberjack fells trees in the wood. The cleared area around the lumberjack's hut indicates the area of influence in which he goes about his business. Trees are a self-renewing raw material and available in ample quantities on your island. The more trees that surround the lumberjack's hut, the more quickly wood production can. In the lumberjack's hut menu at the bottom of the screen, you will see that the lumberjack processes the trees to produce wood and how much he has already produced. Up to 5 tons of wood can be stored in the building. The percentage indicates the lumberjack's level of productivity. The higher the productivity of a production facility, the more quickly the relevant goods will be manufactured. As you can see, the lumberjack is currently hard at work. We have much to do, and wood is immediately required in the initial phases of the game. Therefore, build a second lumberjack's hut to maintain high productivity. Also, connect the 2 lumberjack's huts to the road network via a dirt road. Select the dirt road and position the start point. The wood supply is guaranteed. You now have plenty of time to attend to your population and check if they are satisfied. As you can see from the portrait in the village centre menu, your pioneers are quite satisfied. All their needs, food and community, are adequately fulfilled. Now, another need has arisen. Cloth. Cloth already belongs to the needs of the next civilization level. If you supply it to your population, you will have satisfied one of the conditions required for them to become settlers. Wool can be processed to make cloth in a weaver's hut. The relevant building is now available to you in the construction menu. Open the construction menu and select a weaver's hut. Construct the weaver's hut also needs a road connection to the warehouse, so that the market wagons can pick up the cloth later. Select. Excellent. Now have a look at the weaver's hut. Looking at the productivity display, you see that no cloth is currently being manufactured. The raw materials icon shows you the reason why. You do not have the wool required for it. You can manufacture wool for cloth production on a sheep farm, and you will find the relevant building in the construction menu. The first sheep are already grazing in the
sheep
pasture.
farm might be better.
As the buildings
than
are situated very close
factory.
together, you don't need to build a dirt road this time. The weaver's hut sends a journeyman out who after a while picks up the wool directly from the sheep farm. Sheep farms and weavers' huts form a production chain. Only the final production facility, in this case the weaver's hut, requires a road connection to pick up the goods. A weaver's hut normally operates at optimum capacity with 2 sheep farms. To produce enough wool for your weaver's hut, you should also build a second sheep farm. You have taken care of wool production. At some point, check if you have anything ready to transport. Congratulations! Your weaver's hut is now being supplied with wool in sufficient quantities. Soon the first cloth will be ready. You again have a moment to devote to your population in Goldford. As the need for cloth is now satisfied, your population's satisfaction has increased again. Judging from the portrait, you see that this has put your pioneers in a euphoric mood. To ensure that your settlement can expand further and the population can later progress to become settlers, you should create more living space. To do this, build 6 houses near to the village centre. Open the construction menu and build 6 houses on the construction site
The only
provided.
thing that pains me is that I need to click every single time.
Well done! New pioneers are already moving into your settlement. You will see in the info bar in the top left corner that the number of inhabitants is gradually increasing. Have another look at your village centre. Once the new inhabitants have moved in, a 4th need will now be displayed in the village centre menu. Faith. Similar to cloth, the need for faith already belongs to the settler needs. As soon as it is satisfied, your pioneers can advance to the next civilization level. A chapel can satisfy your population's need for faith. To enable all Goldfurt's inhabitants to benefit from it, you should construct the building. Very good. The first inhabitants are already going. The portrait of every civilization level that lives in this house appears in the house menu. The facial expression and background colour reflect their satisfaction. Beside it is shown which needs the inhabitants of the house have and if they are being fulfilled. As you can see, the needs for food, community, cloth and faith
Unless the
are
roads
being
are needed
satisfied.
at a later point in time.
You have already fulfilled all the conditions required for a level increase. Look, the population is already starting to upgrade their pioneer houses to settler houses. The Queen will be delighted.
You have now achieved your first success truly worthy of respect. Carry on.
Your village centre has also changed with the level increase. The square and the statue are shining with a new brilliance, and the market stalls have been upgraded. That will please the people of Goldfurt. Congratulations! You have enabled your population to advance to settlers, and you have therefore successfully completed this tutorial. The inhabitants of Goldfurt praise you in recognition of your services. You can now choose to repeat what you have just learnt in a practice game, or proceed to the 3rd tutorial. Return to the main menu to quit the tutorial. Welcome! In the 3rd tutorial, we will show you how you can extend your construction area and expand your settlement. You will also learn more about your population's needs and how you can satisfy them. This will further enhance your reputation with the Queen. Before too long, the first settlers have moved into your small settlement, Goldford. All their needs are satisfied and the population is going about its business. But what's this? You can see your current wood supplies in the info bar in the top left corner. Your lumberjacks have been hard at work felling trees. With the 40 tons which are now in your warehouse, the current storage capacity of the island-wide warehouse has been reached. An exclamation mark has also appeared over the lumberjacks' huts. This appears if the production facility is not operating correctly. You will find out what is wrong by moving your mouse pointer over the icon. As there is no more space available in the warehouse, although the lumberjack has nothing to do, the operating costs for the building are still being withdrawn from your wealth. Stop wood production to reduce the operating costs. As all the warehouses are full to bursting with wood. Very good. Both lumberjacks have been put on hold for now and are taking a little nap in the sun. And you are looking after the city exchequer. After your population is upgraded to settlers, new buildings have been added in the construction menu. Go ahead, have a look. Here you will see all the settler buildings currently available to you. Besides wood, another building material will be required for the new buildings: bricks. After the level increase, the relevant icon is added to the info list. As the supplies from Her Majesty contain no bricks, you will have to organize brick production yourself, for which you will need a clay pit and a brickworks. The clay pit must be situated directly on a clay deposit. Up to now, all the buildings you have built were located within the construction area of your warehouse. However, the clay pit mining site is outside this area. To enable you to build the clay pit, you must therefore first extend your construction area. To enlarge your construction area, you can build market buildings. The market buildings function. Extend your construction area using the market building to enable you to exploit the clay pit. As you have already had some practice in constructing buildings, contrary to the previous tutorials, we will not provide the construction sites. Switch to the Pioneer buildings in the construction menu and select the market building on your mouse pointer appears in a colored circle. This is the construction area, and more buildings can be built within the circle at a later date. To build the market, congratulations! You have built the market building on a suitable spot. The clay pit now lies within your settlement area, and you can now construct the buildings required for producing bricks. The icon over the mining site for the clay pit indicates inexhaustible raw material deposits. For the moment, it will suffice to tap an unlimited deposit using the clay pit, and this can later be fully exploited by the appropriate research. Certain production facilities, like the clay pit, can only be built directly on the relevant raw material deposits. Now you need a brickworks which, combined with the clay pit, forms a production chain to manufacture bricks. Select a brickworks and build it on a suitable construction site. The brickworks and the market building must be connected by a dirt road so that the goods can be picked up. Switch to the Pioneer buildings and connect the brickworks and the market building by a dirt road. Good. Brick production is in full swing. It won't be long before the market wagons can pick up the first bricks. If you have constructed a building on an unsuitable site, or if it is no longer required, you can demolish it at any time. To do this, activate Demolish mode using the button on the bottom left of the minimap. When you activate Demolish mode, you can left-click to remove the building from the game world. In the continuous game and at a low level of difficulty, the construction costs will be reimbursed in full when a building is demolished. You have not yet attended to the needs of your population since they advanced to settlers. In the village centre, you will see that your settlers would now like some alcohol. More conditions must be fulfilled to enable your settlers to progress to citizens, and alcohol is one of them. The type of plants that can be cultivated on an island can be viewed on the fertility display in the top right corner of the screen. Alcohol can be produced from hops or sugarcane. Unfortunately, neither of these will flourish on your island. For the first time since your settlement was established, the problem has arisen whereby you cannot produce a particular item of goods on your island. The situation will always arise whereby certain goods cannot be produced. A warehouse menu is now open at the bottom of the screen. It is divided into two parts. You now find yourself directly in the warehouse. It displays all the goods that are available on your island and provides an overview of the income and expenditure relating to this settlement.
Honestly, I might like it a bit more because
You can
it
open
might be
the
a little
passive
bit simpler.
trading menu
There's
on the
not
second
as
tab.
many resources, I think.
Here you can advertise that you would like to purchase some alcohol. Switch to the passive trading menu.
Oh,
Excellent.
that might be good.
In this menu, you can advertise goods for purchase and sale. You currently have 2 warehouses available for this. Left-click to select the flashing purchase arrow next to the first warehouse. Well done! Now you can see all
Actually,
the goods
no,
that you
never
can
mind, there
currently
are more
purchase or
goods.
sell, among which is the alcohol. Select alcohol. Alcohol is now displayed in the first warehouse. The number under the goods icon represents the quantity of goods in tons that you must purchase or sell. The price per ton in gold coins is shown above the warehouse. You should purchase at least 5 to 10 tons to supply a small settler village like Goldfurt with alcohol. Left-click the slider bar to the right of the warehouse with the left mouse button and hold the button down. Move the bar upwards until the value under the goods icon indicates 5 to 10 tons or over. You must now wait until someone comes along and sells you the goods you want. One of your best trading partners is the free trader. He drops by regularly to see if you would like to purchase or sell any goods. That's lucky. Your ship has just arrived in your harbour.
The business we do makes the long journeys worthwhile.
Marvellous. Your first trade was a great success. However, the purchase wasn't exactly cheap, and you will require more alcohol before too long. You should look for other ways to provide alcohol for your population. It is now time to find out if one of the other islands in the world is suitable for cultivating hops or sugarcane. As the Queen is satisfied with your efforts up to now, she is even willing to assign you a ship for this undertaking. Ah! A sail has just appeared on the horizon.
We are pleased at your progress. Take this ship as a token of our recognition.
Wonderful! The Queen's gift has come just at the right moment. You can use the new ship to search for an island where you can produce alcohol for your population. We would like to accompany you on this mission in the next tutorial. You are now equipped with all the information you need to embark solo into the world in a continuous play game. If you would prefer to play a practice game again, you can repeat this tutorial or start the practice.
I mean, if we are going with tutorials, might as well get all of them.
Welcome. You are already well equipped to build a settlement in the world. In the 4th and last tutorial, we want to show you how to settle new islands. You will also establish a trading. The inhabitants of your settlement have expressed a need for alcohol. However, you cannot. As luck would have it, the Queen. In the ship menu, you can check the Neptune's current cargo. The ship currently has no goods on board. To load the ship, it must anchor directly in front of the settlement's warehouse. Steer the Neptune by right-clicking near your warehouse. Activate the transfer of goods by left-clicking on the tab. You are now in the loading menu. From here, you can load goods from the warehouse onto the ship and vice versa. In the warehouse, you will see you can close the goods overview as the Neptune now has ample building material on board. Excellent! This ship is now laden and you can set sail on your journey. Have a look at the mini-map in the left corner of the screen. This provides an overview of the island world and shows you all the areas which you have already explored. The yellow colouring indicates every area on your island that you have already settled. It is time to embark on a maiden voyage. You can right-click on the ship directly on the mini-map to issue a movement order. The destination of your first trip is already marked there. Steer the ship by right-clicking on the mini-map at the position indicated, shown by a red circle. Congratulations! You have discovered a new island at the end of your journey. One of your sailors has already climbed up to the crow's nest to have a closer look at the new island. You are lucky. As you can see from the fertility display at the top of the screen, this island is ideally suited for cultivating sugarcane. When you settle a new island, you must always build a warehouse first. Once you have reached an island's coast and have enough building material on board, the construction button in the ship menu... Good! Now that the warehouse is built, you have taken the first step in settling a new island. Once built, as you are not building an entire settlement in Ransingen, but only want to build production facilities for manufacturing goods, you do not require a village centre or houses. You can immediately start building your alcohol production. You will also find a distillery among the settlers' buildings in the construction menu, where sugarcane can be distilled to produce alcohol. Open the construction menu and select distillery in the settler buildings. Build the building near the warehouse. Link the distillery to the warehouse by a dirt road so that the market wagons can pick the goods. Good. Now you only need sugarcane plantations to keep the distillery supplied. With 2 plantations within its area of influence, the distillery will work at full capacity. In the construction menu, switch to the settler building. Excellent! The distillery will soon send its journeymen out to pick up the sugarcane from the plantations, and rum will then be distilled from it. You must not make your settler load the alcohol. Return to the load menu. In the warehouse overview, you will again see all the goods you can load. Excellent! As the alcohol is now transport the alcohol to Goldford. To do this, sail your ship directly in front of your warehouse.
I hope...
The spot is again marked on the minimap.
I hope...
Right-click on the minimap to steer the ship to the position indicated.
Like in Anno 1404. Otherwise, doing this manually,
After an uneventful crossing, you have now arrived in your home port. It is now time to serve your Congratulations! The alcohol is now in the warehouse. As you can see from the display, the shipment will gradually satisfy the need for alcohol. You've done a good job. However, the alcohol you have just delivered will not last forever, and you will soon have to establish a supply.
Yeah, trading crop, good.
You won't always have time to attend to this personally. So you can create trading routes using the strategy map, which you will find on the right edge of the minimap. Open the strategy map. The strategy map is the reduced version of the entire game world on which you will see marked your 2 warehouses and your ship. You can create a new route using the option Create Trading Route on the left corner of the map. Click the button Create Trading Route. First, set the warehouse on the production island Ransingen as the start. Now establish your target harbour. This is the warehouse. Establish which item of goods should now be transported. Open the Ransingen warehouse overview. Excellent! The goods icon for alcohol will now be displayed at both warehouses. Fantastic! Now all you have to do is activate the route so that the Neptune can set sail and pick up the alcohol. Use the button Assign Ship to order the Neptune to sail. Congratulations!
Okay.
Your trading route is now complete, and the Neptune has already set sail towards Ransingen. With the opening up of your first trading route, you have successfully mastered the 4th and last tutorial. Your population is overjoyed at your marvellous achievements, and neither have your early successes escaped the notice of the Queen.
We really would not have expected this. You are quite a surprise.
You have now learnt everything you need to know to take fate into your own hands in the world. If you would prefer to practice once again, you can repeat this tutorial or start the practice game.
Yeah, I had to
Return to the main menu to quit the tutorial.
think like, do they not need roots? Like, it's a little bit weird for me. But yeah, that was tutorial. I'm gonna definitely keep on going. I just wanna take a short break for now. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry, single one. And I will see you guys next time soonish, hopefully. Laters.